Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna keep it real simple. I'm just gonna do a quick video giving you guys a few tips on an engagement session that we're doing. And I think this is a really relevant topic, which is how to find the right location for your couple. So a couple of weeks ago, our couple for today's shoot reached out to me and they asked me about where we could do their engagement session. I've been shooting in Southern California for the last 16 years, so I have a good amount of options as far as locations. So what I tell our couples is, let me know the type of look that you like, and based off of that, I'm gonna send you some options that work for you. Not only will I send you some options, I'll send you some options that are somewhat close to where you guys live. Now, if there's a location that they really wanna do, they're dead set on this is where we wanna shoot. For example, if you guys follow the channel, you saw that we did a session at this one bar and it was in West Hollywood. Not where I would have selected going, not because of the bar. The bar was wonderful. As far as the distance, for us, it was like an hour and 45-minute drive home because of traffic. So if they weren't dead set on that and they told me, hey, we live in Long Beach, I live pretty close to Long Beach, I would have recommended somewhere that was close to here. But since they wanted to do it in that area, that's where they were set. I said, cool, let's do it. Because for us, since we shoot in Southern California, anywhere in Los Angeles, anywhere in Orange County, it's totally cool. If it's further than that, outside, in Santa Barbara, or if we go down to San Diego, there is a travel fee just because of how far away it is. We try to narrow down the location first by, if they know exactly where they want to shoot, then that's where we're going to do it. We'll figure out the permits. We'll figure out any insurance forms that need to be sent to the location. If they don't know exactly where they want to shoot, but they have an idea of the type of look that they like, then it becomes a little bit easier because we can then guide them towards what we would recommend. So for example, today's session, they said they wanted nature. They sent me, I believe they sent me a couple of inspiration photos, kind of like this is the look that they want, this is the location that they want. And based off of that, I said, okay, where do you guys live? I found out where they lived and I went, okay, this is an area that will work. That's not crazy far. It's also not crazy far for us. I think it's about a 35 minute drive for us in Palos Verdes. And I showed them, this is the pin drop where I would recommend us meeting. And I sent them examples of what we've shot there before. Because when you send them the pin drop, like I sent them the specific pin drop, it looked like it's in the middle of the street, like just right dab in the middle of an intersection type of thing. And that's where it is. But we understand our lenses. We understand how we're going to shoot it. We understand compression. And I also understand where the sun is going to be at that time. So I sent them some examples and I went, does this match the look that you want for your shoot? When they saw that, they said, yes, it does. Beautiful. We're gonna shoot here. I let them know at what time. So today we're gonna start shooting at 5:45 p.m. because it's after daylight savings. And we're gonna finish around 6:30, 6:45, something like that. It's only an hour session. We're gonna do 2 locations because they like the second location on the session that I sent them. So we're gonna do that first location for about 20 minutes. And then the second location, I'm gonna set my alarm on my Casio. Guys, how cool is this? The little old school Casio watches. There's a little side note. Yeah, I love these stupid little watches from the 90s. I have a bunch of other ones that are like bigger, nicer, whatever. Anyway, we're gonna start at 5:45. We're gonna shoot for about 15, 20 minutes in this area, drive down about 10 minutes to catch the sunset by the water. So what we're trying to do is not get down there too early by the water because the reflection is gonna be too bright when the sun hits the water. So we wanna go there when it's a little bit lower. We're gonna be using some off-camera lighting, probably more for the second location. For the first location, we're probably gonna stick more to natural light for 2 reasons. One, it's the woods. So to me, I feel like the woods usually natural light looks good for engagement photos. So just because we do off-camera lighting doesn't mean that we are dead set on always using off-camera lighting. If the lighting is pretty, that's what we're shooting at sunset. If it looks good, just let it be. Enjoy the nice lighting. So we're gonna shoot there, then head over to the second location. That's where we're gonna use a little bit of off-camera lighting in order to get a more dynamic look with that sunset. Hopefully we get a nice sunset. It's been a little cloudy lately in the afternoon, which is great. If it's cloudy, you're gonna get a little bit more color in the sky than if it's just a clear sunny day. So we're gonna hope for the best. And if not, either way, we're gonna get some cool colors, cool shots. And at the end of the day, it's about capturing their memories. As photographers, we need to get our heads out of our own and remember that these are just moments for people, memories for people capturing their story. So that's what we're gonna focus on. I'll post what the technical stuff is that we're using somewhere, captions as we're shooting in the B-roll and the behind the scenes. But at the end of the day, it's making sure that they like the location, they like what they look like. That's what we're gonna show them as we're shooting. If they wanna make any corrections, showing them how to pose, scheduling it at the right time. Those things are very important. So we're gonna make sure that everything lines up perfectly for them. My assistant is gonna be here in a couple of minutes. So let's get going. All right. If you have any questions, comments, anything, leave them below, guys. I always respond to every single comment that you leave. Any suggestions that you guys make for videos, I know there's a few that I still need to make. I've been sick as a dog for the last week and a half, so I'm finally catching up with everything. Exposure preview button, a few other things, few technical things. I'll go over them in a separate video. Don't think I forgot about it. It's just that we're gonna do a nice, quick behind the scenes to keep the momentum going of the channel, and then I'm gonna go back and do a few more of those questions that you guys have left. But leave any questions on what you see today, and guys, we have content for days. We're just gonna keep posting. So if you don't like my face, sorry, we're gonna keep posting. And if you do and you like what we post, feel free to subscribe, guys, because we're just gonna keep posting this year, next year, every year. It's fun. It's been fun getting to know you guys, and yeah, let's keep this going. Let's have a great, great week. All right, guys, we made it. So quick drive. That was actually only like 25 minutes. There's a Cybertruck. Look at that ugly piece. Anyway, we just got here, and I was explaining to Alexis that the reason that we chose this specific location is because when you turn, there's a bunch of different areas where we could have started because it all pretty much looks the same. But we chose this exact spot because A, I've been here before, so I knew more or less what we wanted. But the reason for that is the sun is going to be behind our subject. When we shoot, if you guys look at me, I'm going to step into the sun. We want the sun to be behind them, so that way there's a nice little hair light and the light is nice and even in front of them. If they're in the shade, it doesn't really matter. We can kind of shoot any direction, but if they're gonna step into the sun, I want that sun behind them so there's a nice hair light. So that's why we're gonna start in this general area and kind of shoot that direction. As I mentioned, it looks like we're shooting in the middle of the street, but we're gonna be in that area over there, and I'm gonna shoot with the 35 to 150, zoomed in as much as possible for the most part, so that way we can crop out all the street and everything that we don't want in the shot. That's the idea. I've done it before, so I know it'll work here. And if there's a little car in the back that shows up, we can always, you know, clean that up in post. But for the most part, this area works perfectly good for what we need. They should be here in like 10 minutes. We got here 20 minutes early. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna have you guys right there. Let me have you arm around each other in the back. Good. And then Isaias, I'm gonna have you do the hand in the pant pocket for this one. Right there, and then Christina, you're gonna hold on to his chest right there, just like that. Perfect. One thing that I want you to double check every time we reset is just make sure that the ring is nice and centered. Yep, it was, but I'm just putting that out there. And then Isaias, your hand, let me have you bring it back so that way we don't see the fingers coming around. So bring it back more towards you. There we go. And then I can't see it if you are or if you're not, but Christina, make sure that your knee, doesn't matter which one, always has a little bend to it. It's more for your shoulders than anything else, so it's more relaxed. Just like that, and he said, yes, you're doing good with your stance. Some guys stand up completely straight. I'm like, no, relax. That looks good. Stay right there. We're gonna start with this, and then we'll move on from here. This is what we call the standard pose. So if on your wedding day, I go, hey guys, go ahead and standard pose, this is it. And last thing, I'm gonna shoot in silent mode, so you won't hear it, but I promise I'm taking pictures. Looking straight this way, guys. Ready, 1, 2, 3, nice. And again, ready, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Hold that right there, 1, 2, 3. Christina, let me have you looking at Isaias right there. Nice, good. And now Christina looking this way, Isaias looking at Christina. Nice, awesome. Look at each other. Perfect. Beautiful, got it. Let me show you guys so you can see. It looks like we're in the middle of nature. You don't see anything on the sides.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Like magic.
Yeah.
So for this one, Isaias, you're gonna be facing directly towards the camera. Let me have you put your right hand in the pocket, and then the other one is just gonna hang exactly right there. Christina, let me have you grab onto his arm with both hands. So go ahead. Yeah, go like you mean it. There you go, nice. Good, and then get it nice and close to him, and I want you to go ahead and bend one knee, yep, just like you are, and I'll have you guys looking straight this way for the first one. So right there, looking right here, hold that, 1, 2, 3. Nice, and again, 1, 2, 3. Good, stay right there. 1, 2, 3. Good, look at each other, guys. Hold that right there. 1, 2, 3. Nice, good. Isaias, I'll have you continue looking at her, and then Christina looking this way. Nice, 1, 2, 3. Nice, beautiful. Thank you, guys. Let's do one. We're going through all the poses real quick for you guys, a speed run. We're gonna have you facing each other completely for this one. And then Isaias, I'm gonna have you hold on to her waist with both hands. And then Christina, you're gonna hold on to his elbows. The reason we do the elbows is that if you hold on up here, you may end up covering your face. So just to be safe, we always hold like on the outside of the elbow. Let me have you guys thank you, Isaias. Body's nice and close. There you go, good man. Nice, good, perfect. Isaias, let me have you, Isaias, bring your hand a little higher and then bring it back towards you just a little more so there's more of a bend in your elbow. Exactly, good. Right there, Christina looking this way. Nice, good, nice. And then Isaias, go ahead and I want you to whisper a little something in her ear. It can be funny, it can be dirty, it could be whatever you want it to be. Nice, good, awesome, cool, thank you. You know, that's a good question because we've shot at that Neptune fountain a few times.
Yeah.
So when I'm driving home, when you're a photographer, all you're looking for is lighting.
Yeah.
So when I was driving home, I noticed that the sun was behind these trees. And as I'm driving, I look at my rear view and I go, that looks really pretty.
Yeah.
So when you suggested the location, I knew exactly. And that's why I had already shot here before. So I knew this spot. Yeah, you can't shut it off when you're a photographer. I'll have you guys right here. And I'll have you walking just nice and slow, holding on to him right here. I'm just gonna go a little bit behind this tree because I think I might use a tree kind of in the foreground. Whenever I'm doing that, I want you guys, and also when we're doing walking, I want you guys mainly looking at each other because it has more of a natural feel. If you're looking at the guy in the bushes, it looks, it looks like you're looking at the guy in the bushes. Actually, guys, before we walk, let me have you facing each other completely. And then let me have you both, if you can, take a little step this way. So right there, yep. And then Isaias, if you can hold her around the waist right there. Beautiful, just like that. The only thing, Isaias, I'm gonna lose you a little. So if I can have you rotate a tiny bit, both of you guys. Christina, come forward a little. There you go, looking at each other. Hold that right there. Hold that. I'm gonna change my f-stop so I can get some of these trees to be in focus in the foreground. Because at 2.8, you lose everything. Well, it becomes just blurry. So at 7.1, I'm seeing some of the detail in the trees. Isaias, if you want to give her a kiss on the cheek, on the other side. Yep, exactly. On the other side of the camera. You had it right. There you go. And then both of you guys, eyes closed. Hold that. Nice. Perfect. All right, now we'll do the walking. It just looked really good as a still, so that's why I wanted to do that. If we shot it at 2.8, it would just be blob all around them. So I raised my f-stop so you can see that it's a tree. So I might do that again. Like this, and then my ISO is 1000, so the shutter speed is fast enough for when they're walking. So right there, we'll do walking. I would say, Christina, if you want to rotate your body, yeah, just a little like that. Yep. So right there, ready, guys, and action. Looking at each other, and I'm also using the tree to hide the cars in the back. Perfect. Nice. Let's do it one more time just to get a few more frames. Thank you. Thank you for humoring me. Hold that right there, guys. I'm going to go a little further back so I can zoom in. Oh, yeah. There we go. When that lady was running, I saw the lighting, like how it looked on her. I'm far away so I can zoom in, so there's a lot more compression. So I'm shooting at 2.8 at 150, so it's really separating them from the background right now. So right there, guys, let me have you looking straight this way. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. And I'm talking loud because I'm far away. Right there. Good. Nice. Beautiful. Looking at each other right there, guys. Nice. Awesome. And since you guys are going to walk back towards me anyway, let's do the walking, but holding hands. So just like that, and then Isaias will do the hand out of the pocket for that. Let me have you start maybe like 5 feet back just so I get you into that spot. So most of the time I try to shoot pretty zoomed in. That's just the style that I like, just because it compresses more of the background. And then right there, looking at each other as you walk, and action. Go ahead. Nice. Beautiful. Got it. Thank you, guys. I feel like looking at the photo, because I grew up in New York, it feels like New York because it's so green.
Okay, so green. Central Park vibes.
Exactly. Cool?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Let's start heading back. So we drove over here like Speed Racer. We got here a little too quick. So the background is still very bright on this side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start in that area over there where we're shooting into a darker background. So the darker background is gonna be greenery, it's gonna be very pretty. We're gonna shoot that direction for about 15 minutes or so. What we're really realistically doing is we're waiting for that sun to get down even a little bit lower. So that way, by the time we're shooting towards the ocean, it's gonna be a little bit closer to sunset. So we're gonna shoot this way to kind of let that light die down a little bit more, give them a few more options, give them a few more photos, and then work our way over here once the lighting is a little bit nicer. We're probably gonna stick mostly with natural light this way because the background is gonna be darker. And then once we go this way and shoot with the ocean, brighter background, sunset, that's when we'll use some off-camera lighting. Pretty simple. It's a little bit brighter than I was expecting it to be here. So that's why we tried to kill time over there. But yeah, it'll work out. You know, we just have to be methodical about where we're shooting depending on lighting. And the reason we're gonna shoot into a darker background is because that way our subject is gonna pop a little bit more. If we were shooting into this direction and our subject is darker than what the background is, we're basically fighting to make sure that they stand out of the scene. When we're shooting this way, the background is darker, they're a little bit brighter, they're gonna pop out of the scene. So that's why we choose a slightly darker background. And the sun is in the right direction, so that always helps. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Nice. And again. Isaias, let me have you give her a kiss on the cheek. Good. And then right there. Yep. Good. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Nice. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Lower the hands just a little bit in the front. Perfect. Right there. Give her a little kiss on the cheek again. Christina, chin up a little bit. That's it. That way he doesn't have to hunch down too much. That's it. Nice. One more. Look at each other again. Nice. Hold that right there. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Very cool. Got it. Thank you, guys.
Sorry guys, my bad. I forget the camera. But continue shooting.